Hello, hello, hello. So, no live stream, but I'm recording the commentary for you guys. So, too many technical issues to sort out before the race started. So, we've only got a couple of minutes left on quali, so let's just run you guys through who we've got. So, we've got Renato currently on pole with a 1:46.780. A league apart really from the rest of the guys, just about a second in front of Tom Carroll, who is currently second on a 47.812. We got Kieran Dwayne in the Audi on a 47.842. Closely behind him is Paul Sims, who is currently fourth on a 47.862. Jacob Borowick in the other Audi, currently fifth on a 48.015. Looking to improve just a little bit as he comes around the last couple of corners. He's nearly 2 tenths up. So Jacob did improve, he's up to third, so 45 seconds left. Is anybody else going to improve? So Jules Flint, it's the first time we've seen Jules signed up for next season, which is really, really good. Currently nearly 3 tenths up. Jumps up to 9th. Who else is on a flyer? Let's have a look. Colin Pearman, just over 4 tenths up, currently sitting 8th on a 1:48.795. Heading down to the last bend. He's done well, just lost just a fraction, but really gain on the exit of the corner. He's 4 tenths up. Crossing line, jumps up to 6th. Jacob and Tom, they're both currently up. So Tom, I just lost a little bit coming out of the last corner. Jacob jumps up to 2nd, pips Tom Carroll into 2nd place with a 47.522. David Sharp improves as well. Let's just get ready for the race start, and I'll run you through your grid for the final round of the Luke Addison Racing Sunday Series 1. We've got our championship leader Renato Ruffo currently on pole with a 46.780. Absolutely fantastic time from Renato. Then you've got quite a big leap, 7.5 tenths back to Jacob, who put in a cracking lap at the death there for a 1:47.522. Tom Carroll third with a 1:47.812. Kieran Dwayne fourth with a 1:47.842. Paul Sims on a 1:47.862 is currently fifth. And then you've got Colin Pearman on a 6th with a 1:48.407. Crucy Wilson 7th. The younger of the two, Canty's 8th. Jules 9th. Paul Garnham 10th. Aero Vizuri 11th. David Sharp 12th. Renato Ribeiro 13th. Ash Canty, Old Man Canty 14th. Mikey Ball 15th. David Blythe 16th. Robert Homer 17th. That wraps up your grid for the final round. So we just wait for the session to tick over. So don't forget, new series starts in a couple of weeks. Sign-ups are now open on SimGrid. Series 2 is looking to be bigger and better. We are splitting the field into two classes for next season. Then we will have Pro and Am. So let's just have a look at the grid while we're waiting for the guys to start their sessions. Just a minute, go till the session starts. We've got Renato Ruffo leading the way. He only needs to finish this race and he will be crowned our champion, our first ever Luke Addison Racing Sunday Series champion. We have got Paul Sims currently sitting second and Tom Carroll third. This is going to be a good battle to keep an eye on. Either could pip the other here. The straight line speed of the Lexus in the hands of Tom Carroll has been really, really quick all season. So that will be an interesting battle to keep our eye on. So as the guys get ready for their warm-up lap, we have a look through the field. Cracking quali from Jacob, putting him up into second. He's only managed to do sort of 2 or 3 rounds really, I think, this season. And he's actually signed up as an AM for next season. So Jacob will be changing that, my friend, I think. Tom Carroll has put on an absolutely fantastic display and some really great close wheel-to-wheel racing. Really impressed from what I've seen with Tom. I raced in the first round and we had a awesome battle for half the race. Absolutely superb. So it'll be exciting to see what he does next season as well. Can he manage to pip Paul Sims to second place in the championship? Speaking of Paul Sims, currently sitting second in the championship, one of our GRDC club trustees. Top chap is Paul. Super smooth, super calm, nice and quick, such a clean racer. It's so we'll keep an eye on that battle between him and Tom. Colin Pearham's only done a couple of races with us, but it's good to have Colin back on the grid. He did really, really well, popping himself up to 6th. Chrissy Wilson on 7th. We know Chrissy can be really, really quick. He can get that Aston to move very, very fast. We've got Jordan, the younger of the two Canties, on 8th on the grid. So keep an eye. He's had an unlucky season, shown so much potential, but had a few incidents that he's caused on himself. So just needs to get a bit more consistent. But he shows really good calmness and doesn't seem to flap when there's lots of cars around him. So it's really good to see. Be interested to see how he progresses next season. Got Jules Finch, the first time we've seen Jules. Really pleased to have her on the grid. See how she does. We've got Paul Garnham, who's had a cracking season really here at GRDC. So it'd be interesting to see what he does today and next season. As we head down towards the last couple of corners before the lights go green, we've got Aero Vizuri out Super Fin. Super Smooth Fin. He's also one of our club trustees. David Sharp, Renato Ribeiro, Old Man Canty, Mikey Ball, David Blythe. Good to see him back because he was away recuperating. And we've got Rob Homer. Expect to keep an eye on Rob because I expect to see him move through the field because he was super quick in practice as well. So let's keep an eye on this. Let's jump up to Helicam. We know how treacherous turn 1 at Monza can be. Such a heavy braking zone. Let's keep an eye on that as they all get themselves in position, waiting for the lights to go green, waiting for the opportunity to floor it. Go, go, go. We are racing here at Monza. Now let's hope they can keep it clean. The Lexus, look at the speed of the Lexus. They're going 3 wide. It gets just in front of the Audi. Brave move. Renato has to take avoiding action so he didn't clip the sausages, but that's about as clean as you get turn 1 to be at Monza. Superb, as we've got David Sharp right on the rear bumper of Paul Garnham. As Jordan just runs a little bit wide, Aero runs a little bit deep. But Tom Carroll is in the lead. Now this is just the start that Tom wanted. Had the momentum when Renato run a little bit deep into the first chicane. And Tom has taken full advantage as we jump down to the TV cameras. Now, we try and capture all of the action for you. We got Aero closing in on the rear bumper of Colin Pearman as he just tries to break the toe. We got David Blythe right on the bumper of Mikey Ball, looking for a move down the inside. Let's just, it gets, David Blythe doesn't quite get the move done yet, but we jump on board with the leaders because Renato moves to the outside. He's right in the slipstream. Tom just covers him off, but runs a little bit deep, runs over the sausages. It's going to give the perfect opportunity for Renato to get past. He just gathers it up, doesn't. He's got Jacob side by side. Wheel to wheel as they head down towards the second chicane. Jacob has got the inside. But Tom is not giving him an inch. Oh, great racing from the pair of them. But Jacob just manages to take advantage of having the wider line on the exit, getting the power down quicker, but right into the mix comes Kieran Dwayne in the Audi and Paul Sims in the Ferrari. Right behind him is Jules Flint in the Porsche. This is fantastic. Let's just jump back a sec. Chris Wilson has just run wide. Sorry, Chris. Let's just jump back 15 seconds to see what happened there. Just looks like he didn't quite capture it. I don't know whether he went deep or there's something happens there. As we jump back to the leaders, Renato has managed to take advantage of the battling going on behind and has got himself a 2-second gap now over Jacob in the Audi. Now watch the speed of this Lexus in a straight line. He's in the toe of the Audi, moves to the outside. Jacob was defending. They are side by side and head down to turn 1. To be so careful here. You want to not give much space for the other driver. You need to have to leave enough room. Let's just stay with this battle for the time being, as Tom is again side by side to the outer. They just touch. They just gets a wiggle on and a wheel on the grass. That's really, really unfortunate. That will be something for the stewards to look at. But from the first glimpse, it looks like just rubbed doors, and then there was a wheel on the grass. And he's lost the momentum. It's taking him down to 9th. What an exciting start to this final round of the Luke Addison Racing Sunday Series 1. Now, you've got the Lexus right in the toe of the McLaren of Pierman. We've got Jordan making a move and gets it done. Well done, sir. Kieran Dwayne has dropped places because Paul is up to 3rd. We'll have to check the replay after the race to see what happened there. But we are 2 wides as Kieran is battling back, but backs out just so there's not contact. Straightens up so he can fight another day. We've got Tom looking to make the move on the McLaren of Colin Pierman. He's going to go around the outside, which is going to give him the inside for the second hairpin. Oh, what happened there? We've got Colin Pierman seems to be facing the wrong way. Let's just jump back to see what happened there. From the first look, it looked like he didn't give the Lexus enough room and turned in, but we will have a look at that in the studium. Let's just make sure, yeah, that's working perfect. We got Kieran trying to fight back on Jordan, right in the toe. Looks to the inside as they come round the last corner. Jordan gives him room, gets a bit of a slide on, but catches it. Great driving with David Blythe and Chris making the move on David, gets it done. The Audi right in the slipstream of the McLaren of Jordan, looks to the inside but just backs off, not quite in the position it needed to be to get the move done, so backs off, sets it up for the next one. That is giving Paul Garnham the chance just to get into the toe of the Audi. But again, Kieran is right on the bumper of Jordan. He looks to the inside. It's not close enough yet, backs out. It's good, sensible driving from Kieran. Good racecraft. No point just sending it if you're not close enough. These are the closest cars on track. Currently, David Blythe is trying to get a move done on Chrissy Wilson, who seems to have run wide. Chrissy just keeping it in front of David at the moment as we head back to this battle between the Audi of Kieran Dwayne and the McLaren of Jordan Canty, the younger of the two Cantys. Got Paul Garnham going to get involved in this battle as he just runs a little bit wide, but here comes Tom Carroll. This is soon going to turn into a 4-way battle. As again, Kieran just looking to the inside of Jordan's McLaren. Jordan runs a little bit wide. we have a drag race down to turn 1. Kieran on the inside in the Audi. Jordan on the outside. We got Tom and Paul right behind. Tom Carroll gets the move done in the back of the shot. Jordan just clips the curb on the way out, loses a bit of momentum. Kieran does a really good job not to go into the back of him, but now we've got Tom Carroll looking to get past these two. This something else for the stewards to look at. So while I have a breath, no I don't, because Paul Garnham is right on the tail of Tom Carroll's Audi, who's now hunting down the Audi of Kieran Dwayne. There was contact with Jordan's McLaren heading into the second chicane. It didn't look like a big contact, but obviously was enough just to pop Jordan out. As we've got David Blythe making a move around the outside of Old Man Canty. Just jump back with Jordan, because he's now in a battle. Paul Garnham loses it, just loses the back end round the last corner. Gives Jordan the opportunity to get past nice and cleanly. But Rob Homer, I said he would be making moves. As we just jump on board with the Lexus of Tom Carroll, who is eager to get back into the fight up at the front for the race, because there is a second or third place up for grabs. Colin Pearman side by side with Mikey Ball as they head into the first chicane. Mikey Ball comes out the better of the two. Right, Renato is now chasing down Colin Pearman. Some of the cars looking a little bit worse, whereas Mikey Ball just runs a little bit wide, allows Renato and Colin to get by it nice and easy, but Mikey Ball is now right on the bumper of Renato. Oh, I haven't had time for a breath yet. Right. Don't blink in case we miss anything. Let's just check with the leaders. Renato has a nice nearly 8-second lead over Jacob Borowick at the moment. But Paul Sims is in hot pursuit. Let's keep an eye on that as we just jump back to Rob Homer, who I said would be making his way through the field. Is up to 9th and is on the tail of other Porsche driver, super smooth Finn Aero Visuri, right in the toe. He looks to the inside. They're side by side. Aero just grabs the gravel a little bit, but the move gets done as Mikey Ball looks to see if he can go down the inside of Renato into turn 1. They are side by side. They both get through just, but that is bringing David Sharp back into the fold, who's in hot pursuit of the McLaren of Mikey Ball. These are the closest two cars on the track at the moment. We'll just stay with these as they head down to the second chicane. Not the second chicane. No, yes, the second chicane. I was lost there for a moment, but Mikey Ball just gets out of shape again. It's twice in 2 laps he's done that, and he's lost more positions because of it. But let's just jump back to Paul Sims, who's currently 1.2 behind the Audi of Jacob Borowick. Now, currently sitting P2 in the championship. Wants to get as many points on the board as possible. We've got Jules Flint. Cracking display from Jules. We haven't seen much of her so far in the race, first 15 minutes of the race, because of everything else that's gone on, but keeping it nice and clean, taking advantage of what's happened around her, up to 4th. Now this is another car we need to keep an eye on. Tom Carroll, as he's trying to reel in Jules Flint. He is currently sitting 3rd in the championship. We got Colin Pearman and Old Man Canty side by side, heading down to turn 1. Can Colin get the move done? It gets it done nicely. Aero is in hot pursuit of Jordan, the younger of the 2 Cantys, just over half a second behind McLaren and Jordan now. Breathing down his neck, you've got Rob Homer. Rob started in the back of the grid. I know this man's got pace. I think he probably didn't qualify, so he didn't get caught up in any drama that could have unfolded at turn 1. And he's taking advantage of his pace as he's now up to 9th and breathing down the neck of our super smooth Finn Aerovizuri. He's right on the bumper of Aero's Porsche as he looks to the inside of the last corner. Move done. Next in his sights is going to be Jordan. Unless Aero can flip it back in his favour as they head down to turn 1 again. They're side by side, but Rob has the inside. I know Aero very well. He won't do anything daft. Just keep plugging away. Right. Mikey Ball's the first one to pit. As we've seen all season, pit stops, pit strategies have played a major role in the outcomes of the races. Rob Homer runs wide. Aerovizuri is there to take advantage, but now Rob has got Paul Garnham breathing down his neck. Porsche v Porsche v Porsche. And under a second splitting all 3 cars. Can Paul Garland get in on the action? Rob will be kicking himself that he ran a little bit wide as Jordan loses it in his Ascari. Paul Garnham got it wrong in Ascari. That gives Chrissy Wilson the opportunity to take advantage. Colin Pearman is also going to take advantage. Old Man Canty flashes his lights at his son as he goes past the recovering McLaren. Rob Homer now in hot pursuit of the Porsche of Aero again. Let's just jump back to keep an eye on this battle that's just about to unfold between David Sharp and Jordan. Jordan is pitting. 41 minutes left on the clock. Jordan's pitting. Right, while we've got a little bit of breathing space, let's have a look. So our leader and championship leader. Renato Ruffo is over 11 seconds into the lead of Jacob Borowick. Well, let's quickly just jump back to Rob Homer. Keep an eye on this. So Jacob is currently second. Paul Sims just dropped back from Jacob a little bit. Currently third, but sitting currently second in the championship. Jules Flint currently fourth. And 2.8 seconds ahead of the fire-breathing Lexus of Tom Carroll. Tom is battling Paul Sims for second place in the championships. Really wants to get on terms. As we jump back to this Porsche v Porsche battle. Rob Homer again in the slipstream of Aerovizuri as they head down to, as Mikey Ball comes out, or not Mikey Ball, as Jordan comes out of the pits, but stays out of the way, not to get involved in the two cars coming past. Great vision from Jordan. Paul Garnham's in the pits. Mikey Ball is still in the pits. But this is the closest two cars battling on track at the moment. Rob Homer versus Aerovizuri. Jordan's got the fresh rubber on. He's going to be potentially wanting to get past these two and unlap himself. Let's just check in with the others. We've got Renato looking a little bit battered and bruised in 14th. David Sharp currently 13th. Oh, let's just jump back. Oh, so what happened to Jaws? Oh no, just hit the little those frustrating little curbs on the inside of Ascari. So that puts Jacob up to second, Paul Sims up to third, Kieran up to fourth, and Jaws has dropped down, just dropped back a position to fifth. But now she's got Tom Carroll in hot pursuit and in the slipstream as we got three battles going on now. Let's keep an eye on that one. Keep an eye again, Porsche v Porsche, these two. As we've got David Sharp in the slipstream of Old Man Canty as they head down to turn one. Of course, where most of the overtakes are done here. Just keeping it straight. Wasn't able to get a move done. As we head back to this battle between Rob and Aero, or as crew chief likes to call him, Eru. Tom Carroll half a second behind Jaws now. The Lexus looking a little bit battered and bruised. Tom giving it absolutely everything he can. Let's just keep an eye on this battle between... No, we jump back to this one for a sec. They're both exactly the same distance between the two. It's hard to know what one to go to as we jump on board with Colin Bierman as he looks one way, looks the other to the BMW of David Blythe as they just rub paints, both keeping it straight. Let's jump on board with Tom as he's in the slipstream of the Porsche of Jules Flint. Jules looks to the inside just to cover off and try and defend, moves back to the outside to try and break the toe, but Tom has got the run. He's looking down the inside. The speed of the Lexus, absolutely superb in a straight line. But the Porsche so strong through the corners. They're side by side. We'll just stay on board with this one. We have got another side-by-side battle going on. We will jump back to that one and have a little bit of a replay. Is Jules going to try and defend this? No, backs off. So let's just jump back 15 seconds to see this battle between Old Man Canty and David Sharp, as David Sharp has got the run this time down the inside. Old Man Canty has to yield. And the move is done, but Ash looking to get back on terms as Jules is trying to get back on terms and get that place back from the Lexus. Ash trying to get back on terms with David Sharp. As Jules and Tom head down to the last corner once again. Tom is just in front in the Lexus, but the Porsche seems to be just a little bit stronger out of these corners. Now, that's a great drive out of the corner of the Porsche. She is side by side with Tom's Lexus now, but will the Lexus's top speed come into play? Yes, it will, as he starts to pull away from the Porsche. Stronger down the straights is the Lexus, stronger around the corners is the Porsche. Trying not to miss any of the action as Chrissy Wilson is in the pits now. Mikey Ball still in the pits, so he looks like he's been disqualified. I didn't see that because I was looking at my timing board and not the one on ACC. So I would imagine that is for speeding in the pit lane. Unlucky Mikey Ball. Keep going, some. But Jaws is not giving up this battle for 5th place with Tom Carroll. Jaws was lapping absolutely superb, but just caught those sausages on the middle of Ascari. Such a treacherous corner. You hit it at such high speed with as little downforce as you dare. And if you just catch those middle sausages, it can kick you out. But she does a great job coming through Ascari this time. But Tom was equally as good as well, and is just starting to break the toe. Can Jules get back into the toe? This time it looks like Tom has done enough to break that toe of the Porsche. Right, let's jump back to Renato, who is reeling in Old Man Canty. These are the closest two cars on track at the moment. We have got just under 32 minutes to go of the race as Renato is in the pits. Now, as I said earlier, pit stops, pit strategies make and break races. They have done all season. Let's just jump on board with our race leader and current championship leader, Renato Ruffo, while the others have a little bit of distance behind them. We'll jump on board to watch Renato in action. Has been a cut above most. He's been super consistent. And it's been an absolute pleasure to have him racing here at GRDC. Right, Jacob Borowick is in the pits, pitting from P3. So who's going to take tyres? Pit stop, the mandatory pit stop is for fuel, 25-second refuelling time. It costs you another 5 seconds to take tyres. That 5 seconds could come in really useful. As we watch Renato doing a fantastic job with the Mustang, the fire-breathing Mustang, keeping it super smooth. He doesn't want to risk a mistake. He just needs to bring it home, and he wraps up this championship. So we've got Tom Carroll pitting now in the Lexus. Is he going to get that little bit of damage repaired? Is he going to change tyres? David Blythe's in the pits. Where will they come out in comparison to the battles they had going on before the pit stops? A flying lap with championship and race leader Renato Ruffo as he heads in for his pit stop. Let's jump on board with poor Sims as he comes around the corner. He's now coming into the pit stops as well. So Jules currently picks up 3rd place. It's also coming to the pit, so they're all going in halfway through. What strategies are going to unfold here? As Aero, currently 5th in the championship, overall takes over the current race lead. Still got to pit, of course. Jordan currently sitting 7th, trying to keep it nice and smooth. Renato is back out. Colin Pearman's in the pits. Jaws in the pits as we saw. David Sharp is also in the pits. So there are only 2 cars out on track that still need to pit. That's Aerovizuri and Old Man Canty. So Paul Sims is back out. Jacob's back out. Tom's back out. But Tom has managed to catch up with Jaws as they come out the pits again. They're side by side going through turn 1. Tom didn't get any damage repaired. He's trying to limit as much time in the pits as possible. Strategy coming into play, but how with that little bit of damage to the aero, that bits of scuffs on the front sides and the back, how will that affect him in the second half of the race? I don't think Jules would have taken tyres. I can't confirm that, of course. But these are the closest 2 cars on tracks. As Aero's now in the pits. So Renato going to take back over as race leader. Jules still in the slipstream of the Lexus. Great exit of Ascari from Jules as she closes the gap just a little bit more to the rear bumper, that diffuser of the Lexus. Now what can she do? Again, it's a great exit from Jules. Just closes the gap a little bit more. But the top end speed of that Lexus really coming into play. And just fractionally pulls out a 10th down the straight as they headed into the first chicane once again. Right. Aero is out the pits. And Chrissy Wilson is up to 7th. Let's keep an eye on this battle. As Tom just gets a wheel on the grass and gets a wiggle on. Manages to recover really well. Done a cracking job not to put it into the wall. I have done that myself so many times and it has ended in tears. So kudos to Tom. But he's not going to be pleased that that happened because he's lost that position back to Jules, which is going to be music to Paul Sims's ears as Tom Carroll was the closest battle for him. This could potentially allow Paul to wrap up second place unless Tom can get back onto terms with Jules, but will probably need a mistake from Paul. It's a big ask. Paul is super smooth, super clean and super calm under pressure as we are on board with Tom's fire-breathing Lexus as he tries to get back into the toe of that Porsche in front of him as they head down to turn 1. Tom is giving it everything he possibly can, braking as late as possible, get on the power as early as he dares. These are the closest two cars on track at the moment. 4/10 splitting them as they head to break it open. The second chicane. Short shift to second to get as much traction out of the chicane as he possibly could. He knows how fast his Lexus is in a straight line, so he just he needs to have a really good exit of Ascari coming up this treacherous long chicane. And it'll be right in the slipstream of Jaws's Porsche. Using as much as the track as he absolutely dares, taking the inside sausage. He's 3/10 behind Jaws's Porsche now as they head round the last corner. So we jump to the helicam to keep an eye on these two and not miss any of the action. But Tom is not going to be close enough, I think, this time round. But Jaws is being super cautious and covering off the inside. But it does give her a tighter line going into the first chicane, but she does it very, very well. Let's just jump back to Aero, who is in hot pursuit of Chrissy Wilson's Aston Martin. Can he get close enough and into the slipstream? As we see just in the distance there, Paul Garnham currently sitting 9th. Had a really, really good championship so far. But again, we just keep on this battle for 5th place as Tom Carroll trying to get back onto terms and pass that Porsche of Jules. so strong in a straight line. But can he get the exit out of Ascari? And then he just runs wide, kicks up a bit of dust. He is giving it absolutely everything. As they head round the last corner, let's jump on board with Tom as he's in the slipstream. Jules staying to the inside, defending that line. And Tom is nice and close. Let's just jump up to the helicam so we don't miss any of the action. But Jules doing a great job of defending turn one, not allowing Tom to get side by side. Really, really good defending from Jules. As I said earlier, this is the first race Jules has been in this season with us. Absolute pleasure to have her here, and she is doing a fantastic job. Tom got a really good second chicane there, looks to the inside as they go through Lesbo 1 coming down to Lesbo 2. But the Porsche so good through those couple of corners, got such good traction coming out of them. Jump on the bonnet as Tom looks round the outside. Jaws defending hard as they go through Ascari. Tom trying everything, any space to get into, he will try to get the move done. There is championship points up for a stake at the moment, and Jules is currently going to score more than Tom, and that is going to hurt his championship. Potentially could lose the third place as well, because Aero Visuria Super Smooth Fim is there. Will he be able to score enough points to gain a higher championship finishing position? We'll keep an eye on these two, but let's just touch base with our leader. Over 21 seconds into the lead now is Renato. Let's just jump back to Tom versus Jules, Lexus versus Porsche. As they head round out of Lesbo 1. A little bit of a server glitch then by the looks of it, but everyone seems to be there, seems to be in one piece. Keep an eye on this, but as Renato having to make his way through traffic now. Keep an eye on this battle. Paul Sims is now reeling at Jacobs. Audi in battle for second place is going to unfold very soon by the looks of it, as Tom Carroll again trying to get past Jules' Porsche, but Jules has done an absolutely fantastic job so far of defending. But is this the time? Tom has the run. Jules concedes this time. She's put up a great battle, but that straight line speed of the Lexus just coming into play. Finally gets the run he needs, and he moves up to 5th. But great defending from Jules. What a battle that was for laps and laps. She was not giving it up and doing a bloody good job too. Paul Sims now just over half a second behind second position Jacob Borowick. But Jules is not giving up. P5 easily. As she is pushing the Lexus hard, and he ran a little bit wide, kicked up a little bit dirt going through the Lesbos. Keep an eye on that, but Paul Sims, this is the other battle to keep an eye on. Paul Sims currently sitting second in the championship. Surely if he can get past Jacob, that is second place completely wrapped up. Jules is not having sixth place and content with it. She wants that fifth place back. Doing a great job of pressuring Tom Carroll all the way. This is the strongest part of the track for Tom's Lexus, but he knows that Porsche is in the slipstream. So keep an eye on Paul reading in Jacob. Jump back to this battle for fifth between Tom and Jules. Let's just check in with the others quickly. Seventh place, we've got Chrissy Wilson. Fourth place, we've got Kieran Dwayne. Very lonely race, he won't mind that, I'm sure. Currently sitting fourth. It's a really good performance from Kieran. Aero Visuri currently 8th. Paul Garnham 9th. Colin Pearman 10th. David Blythe 11th. Let's just jump back up because these two again, so close. David Sharp 12th. Ash Canty 13th. Old man Canty in front of his son Jordan, who's 14th. Renato 15th. But Rob pitted. Again, not sure why Rob's in the pits. Let's see if I can. Is that's surely his second pit, isn't it? Yeah, Rob's in the pits for the second time. So let's just give a bit of info on the guys. So Paul Sims up 2 places from his qualifying position. Jules Flint 3 positions up on a qualifying position. Aero 3 positions up on his qualifying position. Paul Garnham a position up on his qualifying position. David Blythe up 5 places from where he qualified. Absolutely fantastic performance tonight from David Blythe. Super solid. Ash Canty 1 position up from his qualifying position. Is Paul Sims close enough now to start putting the pressure? I don't know if that was the server or if that was Paul. What happened there? I think it might be in the server. But everybody still seems to be in one piece, which is good. Just over 11 minutes left on the clock. Renato looking so comfortable out in the lead. Jacob is second. He's got Paul Sims breathing down his neck. 4 tenths behind the Audi. As you can see, Paul's Ferrari in the mirror of Jacob, but Jacob's keeping it clean. He's doing a great job. Alone, Kieran Dwayne in 4th. Nice clean race from Kieran as well. Jules has dropped back from the rear diffuser of the Lexus. Old man Canty is being chased down by Jordan, and just as I come on board of him, he gets it wrong, going into Ascari. Perfect timing. Sorry, Jordan. As Paul is chasing down, he's right on the bumper of Jacob's Audi as they come from Ascari, but it's a really good Ascari from Jacob, and just pulls out a couple of tenths, just gets himself out of the danger zone. The Audi is very quick out of the corners, and Jacob doing a superb job of keeping it in second and just keeping Paul Sims just at bay just enough. Let's head down to that heavy braking zone. Turn 1, that first chicane, so treacherous at times. Paul just not close enough yet. Let's just check back in with Jordan. He seems to have gathered himself up. Was that Renato running just a little bit wide, or was that Lexus? I'm not too sure. Keep an eye on this battle between Paul Sims and Jacob. Closest two cars on track at the moment. Colin Pearman reeling in the Porsche of Paul Garnham. Second split in the McLaren and the Porsche at the moment. Chrissy Wilson seems to have pulled away from the Porsche Vero. So as Jacob and Paul head down to the start-finish line for the 28th time, 6 tenths splitting the two cars. There is 8 minutes left on the clock. Paul a little bit closer that time, just trying to make himself big in the Audi's mirrors. Let him know he's there, maybe force a little mistake, force a little bit of error, just maybe stay a little bit late on the brakes and see if he can get past the Audi for position 2 as they head down to the second chicane. So close to the rear end of the Porsche, of the Audi. Let's just jump on board with Colin Pearman, who's right in the toe of the Porsche now. 3 tenths split these two as they head down to turn 1. Paul just covering off the inside. I think the stewards might need to review that one. As Paul obviously lost a little bit of momentum to Jacob going into the second chicane. So he's dropped back to a 2.5 away now from the Audi. P3 should be enough to give him P2 overall in the championship. As we head down to 6 minutes left on the clock. 6 minutes left of the first series of our Luke Addison Racing Sunday series. And I have to say, I've loved commentating on this. It's been a great series for these guys. Challenging with some of the weather conditions. There has been some fantastic battles all the way through. So I do need to start thinking about who is going to be my most improved driver. Renato was potentially a strong favourite, but every time I talk about him, he seems to have an instant. Now, we can see in the background there, the shot of Renato's BMW, we have the Audi of Jacob Borwick, who is second, and the Ferrari of Paul Sims, who is third. As we just jump back to Colin Pearman, who is reeled Paul Garnham in again. He wants another shot. He had to take avoiding action going into turn one last time around. We will have to have a look to see if Paul moved under braking. From here it looked like that, but I would need to check the replay to confirm 100%. He could have been turning for the corner. It looked a little bit early, but it will be reviewed. As Colin has to take avoiding action from the back of the Porsche. Gets it a little bit wrong. Let's just have a look to see what happened there. Did he leave the braking too late? Potentially looked like it. That looks like it could be race ending for... It was race ending for Colin, who was having a good race. Now, will back markers come into play here? Will this be just the opportunity Paul Sims needs to get back on terms with Jacob's Audi? Renato making it nice and easy for the Audi to get past, but Paul's just catching up just at the wrong place on track just as they go through Ascari. Will he lose just a little bit of momentum? Renato does a great job moving out the way, and Paul Sims does not lose any momentum. No time lost to the back of the Audi. Looks like we've got 2 more laps. The rest of this lap. And 1 more as championship leader Renato Ruffo, 29 seconds into the lead. Also got the fastest lap of the race with a 1:47.195. Superb. The only words for it. Absolutely superb. Let's just check in with the others. Robbie's back out. Don't know why he pitted the second time. Ash 14th, Renato 13th, Jordan 12th, David Sharp 11th, David Blythe 10th. Really good drive from David Blythe. Up 5 places from his qualifying position. Absolutely superb. Paul Garnham, been in the wars, currently 9th. Aero Visuri 8th. Chrissy Wilson 7th. 6th. Jules Flint. And what a drive from Jules today. She is my driver of the day. First outing for Jules. Been up at the pointy end. Yes, made a little mistake, ran wide and lost a couple of positions, but defended and battled so well with 5th place Tom Carroll. Oh, he is giving it everything in that Lexus. Everything. Kieran Dwayne, Lonely Racing 4th. Paul Sims is 3rd. we'll just keep an eye on this. As Rob Homer's again going into the pits. I'm not sure what's the matter. I'll speak to Rob later to find out what happened. We'll keep an eye on this, but I want to make sure we capture Renato Ruffo crossing the lines. He heads down to Lesbo 1 for the last time. Lesbo 2 for the last time. Keeping it nice and pinned as he heads down to Ascari for the last time. This is our race leader, Renato Ruffo, and he will be crowned champion, Luke Addison Racing champion, Series 1 champion, our first ever ACC championship, our first ever champion, as he heads down to the last couple of corners here at Monza, the Temple of Speed, for the last race of the season. Lights to flag finish, a cut above everybody else today. Renato Ruffo, take a bow, sir. You absolutely deserve this. Race winner, championship winner, absolutely superb. Wiggles in style, going across the line, and also wins himself 2 1-hour coaching sessions with Luke Addison. As we jump back to second place, Jacob Borowick just got to keep it tidy coming around the last corner. Brings it home for second place. Paul Sims, well done Jacob. Paul Sims brings it home in third. Great season from Paul Sims, surely has secured P2 overall. As Kieran Dwayne comes around the last corner, bringing it home in fourth. Tom Carroll was gaining, but just wasn't his night tonight. But Tom has been a superb competitor all season long. Fantastic season from Tom. Well done. Well done, sir. Jules brings it home in sixth. First outing. What a great showing she put on. I can't wait to speak to her later. Chrissy Wilson brings it home in seventh. Aero brings it home in ninth. And crosses the line. Super smooth Finn. 8th place, and Paul Garnham will be the last person to cross the road, across the start finish line. Absolutely superb. I am going to leave making my decision of my most improved driver just until I've seen all the stewarding bits, but I will make an announcement in the Discord. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for taking part, and I look forward to seeing everybody in season 2. You take care.